Hello there. Or should I perhaps say Guten Tag? And welcome to day 3 of my 30 days of gymnastics. And I want to keep today's vlog very short and sweet. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of how things are going. Why short today? Well, because it's very late, I'm very tired, I have to wake up early, and it's this whole deal, this whole shebang. But that's not why you're here. You are here because you want to know how I'm progressing with German. And I'm doing my stuff. I'm doing the stuff that I said I would. I have used and I've been using Anki, my German pack. And I can tell you now that I do remember ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie. So all the personal pronouns are right there. I also worked on remembering the infinitives, the basic 8 verbs. So we should have things like sein, haben, wollen, brauchen, I think, brauchen, müssen, müssen, können, geben, and machen. You may be wondering, why do I think this is a good first step? Well, let me show you. If you think back, we had that deconstruction dozen in one of the previous episodes, and in that there was a sentence number 9 and 10, I believe. Number 9, yes, I have it right here in front of me. Number 9 was I must give it to him, which in German should be something like Ich muss es ihm geben. So right now, I can try and modify that sentence purely based on those 8 verbs that I've learned. So instead of saying I must give it to him, I could say something like I want to give it to him, which should be Ich will es ihr geben. Right. Perhaps a better example could be worked out with our sentence number 12, with our sentence from the deconstruction dozen, which, as it is written on that little piece of paper I have in front of me, reads, I can't eat the apple. So I can modify that again, and instead of saying I can't eat the apple, I think I could say I can't have the apple. So from Ich kann den Apfel nicht essen, maybe I could say, ich kann den Apfel nicht haben. And all I did there was I just exchanged the verb without knowing really anything about the German word order or different forms of verbs. I'm just guessing at this point, but because in English you say I can't eat, well, eat is the infinitive, and all I know are those 8 infinitives in German. I'm guessing I could switch them up if it makes sense in terms of, common sense, the meaning of the sentence, of course. All right. And heck, I reckon I could even say something like, I can't want the apple, if we live in an oppressive, totalitarian, apple-controlling regime and way of life, of course. So, I can't want the apple, I guess, could be, ich kann den Apfel nicht wollen. That's just my educated guess at this point, but that's how I imagine things could work. Maybe you can make something out of it too. Another thing that is super important to me and to the way I learn is pronunciation. I'll say that again. Pronunciation. Right, that's right. Why pronunciation? Well, because it helps my mind distinguish between different languages and metaphorically create a separate branch, a new road, a new closet, if you will, for this new language. And the way I'm doing it, in the way everyone really is doing it when they're learning it properly, I think, at least that's my feeling, is that you create a language of muscles. You create a vocabulary of movement. And even though many people are not realizing that, in my mind, language is based in great degree around here. So you have all these muscles and tendons and things are moving around, and you creating a sound, or you creating many sounds. And even though sounds between languages can and are the same or very similar, there are quite often very different, and moreover, or more importantly perhaps, they are often a little bit different. There is a detail that just catches my attention, or something in the intonation that's just different than what you would expect. For example, I worked on that müssen. Originally, if you go back and see the older videos, I say something like müssen, yeah, where I try to get that ü. And Google doesn't do that. Google says something, it sort of holds it back and goes like müssen, müssen. And so I'm trying to sort of get attuned to that pronunciation, that German pronunciation. And again, I feel that's super important for me and for language learning in general, because again, you're building that frame, you're building that solid basis, and that sort of auditory or audio vocabulary. And so when I come across, or when you come across a new word in the future, which right now all the words are really new, you should be able, or I feel like I should be able to sort of automatically almost put them into that new road, into that new segment, yeah? So there's a smaller chance I mix them up with something like from English or another language like French or something. There's a distinct sort of sound to that particular thing, and that sound makes it so that it makes me feel, all right, you belong in this shelf, or you belong in this road, or this closet, or whatever, however you choose to define it. So pronunciation is super important to me, and like I said, I keep working on that, probably more than on anything else. So yeah, that's it for today. That's it for today's update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have some new things coming up tomorrow, and I will keep working. I will keep using my Anki or Anki, however it is pronounced, and get those things into my mind and put them into practice, and definitely and certainly work on that pronunciation, because also I don't just think it's super important, it's where the fun lies for me. It's where the fun lies. Yeah, you can make funny faces, funny noises, you make mistakes, but hey, that's all part of it, and that's the part that I really love. But that's enough for today. I promised you guys a short update, so this has been it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I will see you tomorrow, and you take care. Wiedersehen.